Hi everyone, it's Darby from RejoiceCreate.com. Thanks for stopping by today. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe so we can craft together in the future. Well, today I have a fun little project for you for Valentine's Day. It's coming up and this is what it is. It's just a little pocket and I have a heart in here where I tucked a tea bag and a Ghirardelli, although 2 tea bags will fit as well, and I'll show you that on this one I'm doing today. On this one I created on a cardstock base and then matted it with a pattern paper. But on the one I'm doing today, I'm just going to cut it right out of the pattern paper, and I want to see if that one will work as well. It might save you a step if you're making quite a few of them. What you'll need for this is actually an 8.5 by 4 inch piece of cardstock or pattern paper, and I have this one. Now these are retired. These are from my stash. I have left over trying to use up all my old papers. And the key part is actually you'll need a die, a heart die, that your tea bag will fit into. So let's see, let me pull up my die over here. I have this heart die, and I tested it out by tucking my tea bag into it, so I know that it will tuck into the little hole when I create it in the front of my cardstock. So once you find the heart that fits with your tea bag, and this is a standard size tea bag. The tea bag is, let's see, a little over 2.5 inches wide by 3 inches tall, so that's pretty standard. This heart, where the cut part is 2 3/4 of an inch wide at the widest part of the heart, and it is 3 inches tall at the tallest part of the heart. So just find one that will fit. And then I just made sure that it would fit also in the center of the panel that I wanted to cut the heart out of. So mine, this is 8.5 inches long, and I actually scored it already at 4 inches and 4.5 inches, and what that gives me is a 1/2 inch bottom, and it gives me 2 sides that are 4 inches by 4 inches. So these have to be equal. So if you have to adjust your paper at all, you want this to be a square, big enough to fit your heart. And then you want another 1/2 inch or so for the 2 tea bags or the tea bag and the Ghirardelli. And I found a 1/2 inch worked fine. So if you need to resize your piece of cardstock or pattern paper, then you can go ahead and do that this way. Now, because this was 4 inches by 4 inches, this mat ended up being 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 if you wanted to do the cardstock and then mat it, which I think is very sweet. So let me go ahead and show you what I did with this one. I just took, when I did it with the mat, I put the mat on first, and then I lined this up, well, with the cutting side down, and I just cut the heart out of the center of that panel. And let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just cut the heart right out of the front, and you can use this for another project. And then what I did, because I wanted the little scalloped border around it, I actually cut out the scalloped heart first. And then after I cut the scalloped heart out, I went ahead and cut this one out of the center. And actually this you can use either on the inside of it to stamp a sentiment, because I did stamp a sentiment on that one, or you can put it on the back to write your own little note. Now let me show you, I went ahead and stamped a sentiment on the inside, and it says, "As I have loved you, love one another," and that's John 13:34. So it's a really cute place to put a sentiment in, or you can also put it on the back as well, or write your own note on the back. All right, so before I do this, I'll go ahead and put my little scalloped heart on. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is actually just to put some tape or glue just right across the top of that. And you want something strong. I'm going to go ahead and use double-sided tape at this point. I actually used liquid glue because I knew once it would dry it would stick pretty well, but I don't want to take the time to have to wait for it, so I just use that thin strip of double-sided tape, which is really strong. Line up that top. Like that. And then I'd go ahead and stamp my sentiment in the middle. And that sentiment came from the stamp set from Divinity Designs, and it's called Hugs and Kisses J769, and you can go to DivinityDesignsLLC.com. Alright, so I'm going to put a ribbon on the top. You can just tie a bow and stick it if you want. I'm going to wrap mine all the way around. And if I take just a little piece of double-sided tape on the back, it'll hold that in place. And I'm just going to land a glue dot underneath that bow so it keeps it where I want it. Okay. Now let me tuck in 2 tea bags, and this time I'm using some Twinings chai tea. I'll just tuck those in. And then I just punched out a love you from that same sentiment. This other one I punched out with a heart punch. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little Valentine project. It'd be really sweet for a teacher or coworker. So this is a pretty quick but versatile little project. You can change the dimensions and the size for what it is you need. All you need to find is a heart die that will fit whatever it is that you're tucking into the little pocket. Like this one will be for the tea bags. Or a little candy, the fun size candies, or even a coffee bag would fit as well if you just have to adjust the heart that you're using for the pocket. And if you have to make the heart a little bit bigger to accommodate it, just see if you need to make your cardstock just a little bit bigger. So if you liked the video, please subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to be notified of new videos as I upload them. For more information on this project or other ones I've done, please visit rejoiceandcreate.com. And as always, until we meet again, I hope your days are blessed. Bye!